What's up guys, welcome back to Modern Skylanders and welcome back to episode 2 of Skylanders Strategies. In this episode I'm going to be covering Scorp, who's an Earth Skylander who I recently got. He's very good, and so I decided after the recent success of the Shroom Boom Skylanders Strategies, I'd do Scorp as an episode 2. So I hope you enjoy. So as you can see, this is Scorp in his figure form rather than the game, and let me know what you guys think, but I don't know if for this series the picture I use of the Skylander should be its figure or it actually in the game. So if you could let me know which one you prefer, that would be great. But for episode 2 of the series, I thought we'd do a Skylander. Well, I'm just going to go through my Skylanders I have at the moment, but I only have like 7, so I thought a thing also that could be fun for this series is once I've gone through all my Skylanders I have, I thought that you guys could let me know what Skylander to get next to do a Skylanders Strategies episode on. Obviously, if not, I can just go off the ones that I've got my eye on and go from there, but I just thought it'd be cool if we could have a bit of almost interaction with this series. But anyway, now I've gone through that and a couple ideas I had, let's get onto the upgrades that Scorp has access to.
Hear the sting!
I'm getting into the upgrades. The first two skills we have are his Emerald Crystal and his tail attack, basically. And honestly, they're both pretty good. I don't think one's better than the other. But then we have the Boulder Roll, which, until you get a further upgrade on, it's not very good. Chrome Carapace just means more health, and that's always good. Crystal Ball allows you to charge your crystal balls to do increased damage, quite good. Earthly Power just upgrades the sticky balls again. Then we have the Path Slit, and I recommend the top path, because it first allows you to turn your tail attack into a projectile, which is amazing. Then it allows you to poison and do increased damage with that poison, which is also amazing. And then just to finish it off, your poison actually lasts longer, dealing more damage over time and making the tail a very viable option. And then we have pretty much the ability to just hold your triangle forever. Right, now as we're going into the battle arena to test out Scorp against the enemies in the battle arena, we really can see his potency being alone, if that makes sense. It's not. There are some Skylanders out there that need help from other Skylanders to do well, but Scorp isn't one of them. As you can see, all of his abilities work perfectly on single targets, and later in the arena you'll see how well they work on multi-targets. And I'm just going to quickly say here, all the time I'm getting hit by objects and stuff, that is not an issue with the character, that is an issue with personal skill. That is an issue with the fact I am rather clumsy. Now, I mean, the poison really helps out here against these big enemies, single target enemies with a lot of health, because it just really shreds away at their health, just leaving them no time to recover at all. And even when they're both going to come in at once, you really get a feel for really how potent this character is.
The time has now come for our spectacular air show. Observe the magnificent aerial dynamics of the interdimensional flying shafts.
And I know even though the sheep don't fight back, it's still a good demonstration of the fact that Scorp can very easily take care of himself very well against multiple enemies. He's not a one-trick pony in the slightest.
Everyone applaud for supplying sheeps from a place of unknown dimensions. mission.
Right, and now in this clip you can really see the versatility of his soul gem, because the second you can use this roll forever, pretty much not much can hit you. And I mean, obviously this trick I'm doing right here you can't do on every level, but the arena, as it does not have walls, you can knock the enemies off the edge. But as you're seeing here, I mean, Scorp does not struggle against lots of opponents as well as big single opponents. And I mean, just look at the amount of damage his poison is doing to the boss. And it's not like he has to focus on the boss, because it will not be a task for him to just dispatch of all the singular enemies.
And here is your winner! Now for your intermission enjoyment.
Now we've finished facing off against the enemies of the battle arena, let us move on to the verdict about Scorp. Now we're at the verdict part of Skylanders Strategies. It's time for me to voice my opinion about Scorp, and my opinion is that Scorp is extremely strong. I think Scorp is, I mean, his damage and his capabilities to protect himself are really up there, but another thing I do have to consider is how fun it is to play these characters, and I'm going to be honest, Scorp I think is almost a bit too powerful. Like, I'm sure if I get a bit better at Skylanders, and this is not me trying to toot my own horn, but I really don't think it'd be possible to lose very many fights as Scorp. His damage is just too strong. And although that does sound like a bit of a strange complaint to be making, I do think Scorp is a bit too powerful. So I am going to knock him down a point for that. So I'm going to give Scorp a 7.5 out of 10. Well, that has been it for episode 2 of Skylanders Strategies. I really hope you enjoyed it. This has been me, Modern Skylanders, and I hope you all have a great day. See you in episode 3. Goodbye.